Oh, it's like super close.
We might be out of shape. It's a really steep hill. Erin with the meats.
Alright, small messed up.
And I look over and there's a huge spider.
Take off your glasses.
Holy shit.
I wonder if we'll ever get to experience something like this again. Where's your uppa? Where'd he go?
Hello. So we just got to the campsite. Ignore Luca. If you hear him, he is very upset that his dad is not in the car with us anymore. But we just got to the campsite and it is really pretty. It's next to lakes and it's just really gorgeous. It does seem like there's a lot of people here, which is to kind of be expected because, as you probably guessed by the title of this video, we are camping during the solar eclipse that is coming through Arkansas. We are right in the totality path. Technically, we could have stayed home and gotten it at home, but we really wanted to just camp and make it kind of a special experience. This will also be Luca's first time camping, so we're not that far from home, so we thought this would be a good chance to see how he does camping. As you can tell, he's a bit of an anxious dog, so we just wanted to test out the waters before we consider going further away for camping or camping for a longer period of time. And this is actually me and Erin's first time camping together. So we're gonna see how this goes. We've been like stockpiling camping equipment for the past like year and a half, 2 years, because it is very expensive. And I'm just so excited. So it's 11:35 right now. The eclipse will start at around 12:30, I believe. And then the totality, which is essentially where the sun gets blocked out, it'll go dark, should start around 2 o'clock or so. And we'll have, I think, 3 minutes of the darkness. So I'm super excited. I think it's just gonna be such a cool moment to experience and also just a fun trip in general, especially because it is absolutely gorgeous here. But Erin is checking in right now so we can figure out where we need to go, what we need to do, and then we will get set up.
Basically, we're just gonna drive all the way down to like the end right here.
Do we have like a specific spot,
Yeah,
or is it just
like Lake 2, Site 1?
So we did have to ask for help trying to figure out where we're supposed to go. This place is a lot bigger than I was expecting, and they did give us a map, but it's a little bit unclear and not super specific, so we're figuring it out. We're gonna get there. We just got to our site, so Erin is getting stuff set up right now. He insisted on getting a tent that's like a pop-up tent, so it doesn't take a lot of effort to put together, and we're just kind of getting the feel for everything because it is on an incline, unfortunately, which we were not expecting, so I think it should be okay. We found a generally-ish flat spot to put the tent, so I think it'll be okay, but it's just really quiet and peaceful, so I'm excited. And I'd say we have a really good view of the sun, so we should be able to see the eclipse really well once it hits. Where's your puppy? Where's your puppy? Let's try to hide in your shade. I just took a break to go to the bathroom, so the bathrooms are a little far away. They're maybe like 3-minute walk away. We do have porta potties that are closer, but I'd rather walk further and go to the flushable toilets. This is our view. You can see Erin and Luca over there. But this is literally just gorgeous. Like, this place is literally just so cute and like absolutely perfect for viewing the eclipse. It is a little rough around the edges and some stuff, like our campsite being on a hill and the bathrooms being a bit of a walk, but honestly that's what we're here for. So I'm happy. It's just absolutely gorgeous here, and the weather is amazing. Apparently in a lot of the other places where you can view the eclipse, it's pretty cloudy and there might be a storm. I know there's a chance that it's gonna rain on us tonight, but honestly, as long as it holds out long enough for us to see the eclipse, I will be perfectly fine. So look at it. It's just so freaking cute. So we're still setting up, but the eclipse has officially started, and I put on my glasses. I was able to get a good look, but I want to see if I can show you guys. So we got this, it looks fake, but it's a photo filter for the camera so that I can look up at the eclipse with my camera without it damaging my lens, and we're gonna do our best to see if we can get it on video. If I zoom in, you can see it's just starting. There's just a smidgen of it covered. Back to normal. There's Luca, who's having a fit in the tent because he can't see us. Alright, so I think we've pretty much got our site set up. We're not going to start the fire until later just because it's a little bit too warm right now for that. And Aaron is getting cooking stuff ready because we are going to grill some hot dogs and kind of chill. But the sun is in eclipse mode right now, and I can show you a little bit. Not on this, I have to use my little filter, but it is, I would say maybe like halfway to being totality right now. Can't really tell, but once it's totality, I'm hoping to catch it on camera to get the difference in like light and how everything changes, which I'm not sure exactly how big that difference is going to be, but I've been told it's extremely noticeable and super cool. So I think the estimated time for totality was around like 1:55 or so, so we have maybe like 50-ish minutes. Luca finally decided to calm down and lay in the tent after supervising us for like the past hour.
So much more than we've been told, way beyond what we can hold. So keep your eyes open.
Almost there.
For the things that
All right, Aaron has cooked me a hot dog. So this is what we're gonna be eating for lunch. Then tonight we're gonna have, you okay? Tonight we're gonna have hot pot, but we were both just sitting here looking at the eclipse, looking at the sun, and then Aaron pointed out, and I can notice it now, that like the light is really weird looking right now. I would say that the sun is probably like, what, like 3/4 covered up? Yeah, like it's at least like 3/4 covered up right now, and I don't know, like the lighting just feels weird. Like I don't know how to describe it. I guess kind of like if the sun was going down, except the sun's position is still like directly above us, so it's a little interesting. I'm so curious how dark it's gonna get, and it's also supposed to get like pretty cool in terms of temperature because the sun is just going to be gone like super suddenly. So I don't know. Gonna eat the hot dog. I think we have maybe like 20 minutes until totality, so we're just gonna wait until then, and I don't know, I'm curious to see how much else like changes, if it like is slowly dark or if it's sudden, or I'm really curious.
I think it'll be slowly.
As you can see, we're pretty close. It's just a sliver left, but it should be about maybe 20 more minutes and then it'll be completely dark. All right, we're almost there. I think we're only maybe like 5 minutes away. The lighting is so weird right now. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it almost feels like we're in a filter. Like it's darker than it should be, but the sun is still shining. I guess it's like the sun is being dimmed technically, because I think it's like 95% covered right now. So it feels really weird, looks weird. I just noticed the crickets are chirping. I think the crickets think it's nighttime, because it's like, the lighting's just weird, but it should get dark soon. So, I don't know, I'm excited. Oh, it's like super close. It's almost there. It's just like a tiny sliver is what's left. It's almost there. But this is just one of those things that feels so unique to experience. Like, I don't know. Like, I know it's natural, it's science, but like, it feels like this shouldn't happen. So, it's just wild. Almost. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Babe, take off your glasses. Holy shit. Oh my god. Look at this. Oh my god. Can you see it? Babe, take off your glasses. Holy shit. Oh my god. Look at this. Holy shit. That looks so freaking cool. Oh my god. And look how dark it is, just like that. Oh my god, just like that. It's super dark. Oh my god, that is amazing. That is so freaking cool. Oh my gosh, look at that. It literally feels like nighttime right now, like sunset. Oh my god, this is wild. And it'll slowly go back. That's insane. And just like that, it's coming back out. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's wild. What the heck?
And it's really bright. I looked up for like 2 seconds.
I know. I'm like, it's out now. Look at that, and it's going right back to being where it's sunny again. That's so wild. That is so beautiful. I don't think I can get it justice what it looks like in person. Like, my camera definitely is not capable, but like, that was absolutely gorgeous. Oh my god. Oh, that is wild. Look at Luca. He has absolutely no idea what just happened. He has absolutely no idea. He said, what the fuck was that? It just got dark. And like, the sun is like, it's still kind of weird, so I imagine it'll slowly go back to normal. But that is insane. I wonder if we'll ever get to experience something like this again. There was an eclipse when we were, well, actually, I don't know if you were in college still.
Yeah, I mean, I was in college. I went to UCA to watch it though.
Okay, but it was like my sophomore year of college. There was an eclipse and it went through Arkansas, but it wasn't like the totality, so it didn't get dark like it just did. But I remember everybody stepping outside with the glasses to look, but I would say it's definitely worth the drive to experience the darkness. Like, that was insane. Like, that's wild. And now it still feels a little weird. You can't really tell on camera, but like, the lighting's still a little bit off, but I imagine it'll slowly go back to being normal and the crickets will probably go back to bed. Yeah. But this is just, I don't know, this is insane. Definitely 10 out of 10 experience. I feel like I'm in the movie like Twitches, which you need to watch, by the way, but that's exactly like...
I think I've seen one.
Yeah, the first one, it has Tia and Tamara,
I feel like I've seen glimpses.
But like, it has like a moment like that, and I didn't realize, I guess, that that's actually what it looks like when it does that, but that is just so freaking wild. I keep wanting to look back up at the sun, and I'm like, no, we're not supposed to do that. Like, I was just staring at it for 3 minutes straight.
I sent it to my team, because they're talking about it.
That's so freaking cool. Oh my god. Okay, now I can finish my hot dog. Can you make it? Good boy. Ooh, little rickety. Not too bad. This is gorgeous. Wow, look how handsome. You okay? The area we're at is like this huge, like, I don't know, it almost feels like a camp, but it's like 2 lakes. There's like one large lake, which is over there. You can't see it because of this road in the middle. And then the second smaller lake, which is where we are at. And it's honestly just so peaceful. We found this on Hip Camp, which is like kind of like Airbnb, but for campsites. No, not sponsored, no sponsor. I'm not paid. But it's essentially like Airbnb for campsites. And it's really nice because you can like get a bit of a feel for what the campsite is like. I will say this particular campsite was a bit expensive, but I think that has more to do with the eclipse than what the normal pricing for the campsite would be. But it's honestly really pretty. I think our only issues that we've had so far being here has really just been like that we're on an incline, so things are a little bit difficult in terms of setup, but that's really it. And I think that was just kind of the luck of the draw because we see some of the other campsites and they are not on an incline, so just kind of how it goes, I guess. But we have this little picnic table area that's here out on the lake, and we think that a lot of people are probably gonna leave since the eclipse just finished. But now that we've finished setting up and the eclipse has passed, we really can just kind of hang out and chill now, which is one of my favorite parts of camping, so I'm excited. And I think this area here is probably where we're going to have dinner, just because where we're at is uneven and we want to have hot pot and we don't want the water to like tilt out of the pot, so we'll probably just bring it over here and then eat it here. It's so pretty here, and honestly that eclipse was absolutely amazing. I was telling Aaron, I think it's probably like top 10 events of my life. Like, I don't know, there's just something about it. It felt so like unnatural, even though it is natural. Like, I don't know, it was just wild to see, and all of my friends and my family got to see it too, and so it was just like a weird shared experience that's just so unique, and I'm really glad to live in Arkansas at this point to be able to see it. Like, it was just insane. Who's this whiny boy? Who whiny boy?
You see how he doesn't whine on camera?
Who's this whiny boy? It's okay, puppy. All the fish in the water are like throwing themselves out of it, so you'll see them flop out every once in a while. I don't know if I don't know, they're fishing over there, but I don't know if we're technically allowed to fish or not.
It said no fishing over there, but I don't know if it's like a...
Yeah, that's a swimming area though, so I wonder if that's why you're not supposed to fish over there. But like, I feel like we'd be able to catch something because I see a lot of fish flopping out. It's been a good day. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. And it's only like, it's not even 2:30 yet, so it's like barely into the day and we've already done this much. Like, it's just kind of wild. Looks like Luca's pretty calm now. I think he just needed us to settle down, and then...
Yeah, it was probably just a lot of moving around.
Yeah, because he was a little bit noisy when we got here and whining, but I think he's okay as long as we're just chilling. And now that the eclipse is over, because I think that probably freaked him out a little bit too. He's doing pretty good. He's just chilling, laying on the dirt, even though there are blankets right there. But you know, he's gonna do what he wants. He's getting a bath at home no matter what. So the crickets have officially gone away and the birds are back out. There's a lot of traffic apparently right now because so many people drove to Arkansas, flew to Arkansas to view the eclipse, and I guess they all kind of trickled in, so traffic wasn't too bad, I think, on the arrival of people here, but apparently everybody's like leaving all at once afterwards, and so the traffic's supposed to be pretty bad right now, but we're staying for the night, so we should be good. I think I'm gonna pull out my crochet. I brought my vest, I guess it's called a vest. That's like my current project that I'm working on right now. I don't know if it's gonna be a good vest. It's a little special. I don't wear vests, so it was kind of just like an experimental first like clothing project because I've never crocheted anything clothing wise before, and it was a learning process. I messed up the first panel, moved on, made a second panel, realized the second panel didn't match the first panel, so I had to make a third panel that matched the second panel. And last night I started on the back and got through the boring part of making the back. So I think I should be able to finish it today if I have the willpower and if I'm able to figure out the rest of the pattern. I don't know if it's going to be one of those items that I actually wear. I guess it'll just depend on what it looks like, but it'll be fine. If I'm not in the mood for crocheting, I also brought a book. I brought Dune with me, so that's like my backup plan, but I do want to try to get the crocheting done. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. What are you gonna do, Aaron?
Lay there. Probably not gonna sleep. Probably just gonna stare into the void.
Are you okay?
Snack.
Campfire things?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you,
We could do
Luca?
a campfire right now.
What are you gonna do, Luca? Look, he's gonna do just that. He's gonna lay there like a pig. We might be out of shape. It's a really steep hill. Look at that. Whew. We were trying to take Luca up this hill, thinking maybe he would go to the bathroom, but we did not realize exactly how steep it was to get up here. Also, I definitely thought there was more grass, but it's like patches of grass. Like Luca said, I'm fucking done. Maybe it'll be a really pretty view. Just gotta get up here. There we go. Easier to walk. Oh, it looks like there's kind of a trail. Here is the rest of the lake camping area. Oh, I'm out of breath. Oh my god. I can tell on camera I'm red too. definitely need to reapply sunscreen. What you doing, Luca? Look.
Hey.
Aaron just left to go to the bathroom and then grab some water, or at least try to find some water. We have like water bottles and drinks, but we have a bag that we were gonna fill with just like potable water to like boil and like wash our dishes and stuff. And it says that they have some here, we just haven't been able to find it yet. So he went off to do that while I'm watching Luca. And I can definitely tell that I'm getting a little sunburned, so I'm probably going to apply some sunscreen. The sun's already starting to go down like a little bit. I would say probably still got like a few hours left, but it's not as intense as it was earlier. But earlier I didn't have any sunscreen on when we were setting up, and that's definitely where I made the mistake. Really just enjoying it out here right now. We've got everything set up. A lot of people are leaving. I think once the eclipse was over, they just wanted to go head home or go back to their state or whatever it is. So we're expecting it to be a pretty quiet night in terms of people nearby, but it is supposed to storm, so we're gonna have to deal with that. I think it's gonna start raining at around 1 a.m. and it is supposed to be like a true storm, so hopefully everything will be okay. Worst case, I guess we can just pack up and get in the truck if we absolutely have to, but we're gonna try to avoid that at all costs. But it's just been a really nice trip. I've been wanting to go camping for a really long time, but we just had to save up to get all the camping supplies, and then trying to figure out if Luca would be able to come, which he has been doing absolutely great. Honestly, he was a little noisy at first, but honestly he was just anxious. I mean, he didn't know where he was, and we were moving around a lot, and there was a lot of things happening and a lot of strangers and noises, not to mention it literally, the sun like disappeared from the sky for 3 minutes. So I think he has every excuse to be a little anxious, but he's really calmed down now. He's waiting on Aaron to get back, but he's just kind of moseying around, laying. Definitely has a lot of dirt on him, so we're gonna have to wipe him off before he can get in the tent with us. But I think he's been enjoying himself. It's just really nice to get to do this because I grew up camping a ton with my dad growing up, and I've really missed it and getting to be outdoors. And I feel like especially living in Arkansas, like we live in the perfect place to go camping often. Like it's the natural state. There's natural areas everywhere, campsites, parks, like it's just the perfect place. But we just wanted to have kind of like a test campsite to figure out if we had all the supplies we needed, if our camping stuff worked well, if Luca was able to come with us. And I think we've gotten it figured out pretty much. So the real test will just be tonight with the rain, and we'll have to see how that goes. But I think my main thing right now is definitely reapplying sunscreen because I'm kind of red. Why is it when you're trying to get a fire to start, it struggles? But when you don't want a fire to start, it'll burn your whole house down. Like no problem, with nothing but like carpet. So here it is with like fuel and wood, and it's still kind of struggling and like going out. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like I thought fire was supposed to catch easily, but it's still kind of struggling a little bit. The crackling sound is how you know you've done a good job. Of course, once we have a campfire, now we just start burning random items so we can stare at them. I don't know why this was my favorite part of campfires as a kid. I would just burn literally everything I could in the fire. Damn, it didn't even go in the fire. Your future is secure. Alright, stick. Damn.
It's hot, dude.
Okay, you're right next to the fire. You are just not good at this. Why is this like the most unappetizing looking thing? It's literally just our leftover hot dogs from lunch. So right now we are setting up for hot pot for dinner. It's about 6:30 or so, and we have kind of our basic stuff here. We have rice, noodles. We also have Luca's dinner, which is special. He doesn't normally get wet food. But right now Aaron is getting the meat and like all the cold stuff out of the cooler because the cooler is a bit too heavy to bring over here. And then we're gonna get started. Luca, I feel like that's not safe. I feel like you should not be sticking your head right there. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. We started our fire for pretty much no reason other than just to have something to do to start the fire, because we have to eat first before we can have s'mores. But it's cooling down, the sun is starting to set. I think we have like a couple more hours of sunlight, and it's just, it feels really nice out here. But we have to get through the night because it is going to storm. They actually drove by to kind of warn us that it was going to storm, and they keep the gates to this park area closed from like 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. So they're pretty much saying like, if you want to get out, you have to get out now because you won't be able to get out without paying a fee later. And so hopefully the storm isn't too bad. There's other people that are staying the night, so I think it should be fine. It might just be a little bit of a loud night. Aaron with the meats. Oh. I don't know why, but looking out at this reminds me of like a movie I saw when I was a teenager about an alligator that like terrorized this island camp, and that's what it's reminding me of, is like this movie. Even though I doubt there's any alligators in here, I feel like they wouldn't be able to get big enough without someone noticing them, but just what keeps coming to mind for me. Now he has the meats. Now Luca can be at peace, knowing that you are safe. Look at these utensils that Aaron got us. These are just like the cutest things. They come in this little container and they're just adorable. They have chopsticks, fork, knife, spoon. Like, it's just super cute. And he got like a set, so he has yellow and pink, and I have blue and pink. Or is this green? Is this green or blue? I think this is blue.
I consider that green.
It's wrong, but it's fine.
You don't think?
Having to wash the rice in the wild, it's a struggle. Wow. If you're curious, this is the soup base that we use for our hot pot. We really like it. It's a little spicy, not really bad. It kind of just depends on how much water you add to it, but we like it a lot. Hi, baby. Oh, he's so cute. Tim's such a good boy. This is my favorite part. I love these noodles. I mean, other than like meat, but thank you. And these, because I adore fish tofu. We just finished eating dinner and it's pretty dark. I would say it's about the darkness it was during the eclipse. You can't tell so much, I feel like, but it's pretty dark now and it's getting windy, and the temperature has definitely dropped a lot. It was like in the 80s today, and with the sun on you it was pretty warm, but now it's like getting a little bit cold and I can feel the wind, and I'm just like, I hope it's gonna be okay tonight with the storm. But there's a lot of other people that are still camping here that are staying the night, so I think we'll be okay. It's only supposed to actually like storm for 3 hours, and then after that it should just rain, so we'll have to see. But we're gonna clean up dinner and then we're gonna have some s'mores. So right now we have Aaron doing the dishes with his little, I don't know what to call it.
Shower bag?
Shower bag, I guess. It's actually pretty handy, so we're able to rinse off these trays so we can use them again in the morning for food.
Works better in on a tree.
Yeah, ideally you would have a tree that you could hang it on, but these trees, their branches are all a bit too high and there's like nothing else to hang it off of. So I have to hold Luca right here. So this is what we have. All right, time for s'mores. We got our skewers and the fire. But I think it's hilarious. We have this humongous fire pit ring, but just for that. But like everyone else got normal sized fire pits. So I don't know why ours is like humongous, but you know, we're working with it. Wow.
I'm so sorry.
Why you're apologizing to it? Excuse me, it's a bit windy. Yeah, this is a good one. This is like nice, toasted, bubbly. All right, small master.
Put her there.
Where am I putting it?
I wish Luca could hold this.
Don't trust him with it. Did I get it enough?
I'd say yeah.
Got my s'more. The only thing with s'mores is I hate it when marshmallows burn, so I think this one is pretty perfect. The wind would blow right when I'm trying to eat this. Ooh. What's really weird is I hate s'mores flavored things like s'mores Pop-Tarts, stuff like that. I don't like it, but I love actual s'mores. So this is delicious. Ooh, I think I just saw the first thing of lightning over there. I wonder if it got moved up the weather. I guess bright side, it would put out the campfire. So, okay, we're cutting it close, but s'mores are good. So at least we got that. At most, the most we will miss out on would be breakfast. So I think we can still call it a pretty good camping trip. Hi everyone, so a bit of an update. Almost as soon as we were like eating our s'mores, it started to rain and lightning. And it wasn't raining hard, it was just starting to sprinkle, but we got a little nervous that the storm was moving in a lot faster than it was supposed to, even though the weather app didn't say anything different. So we went ahead and packed up all of our stuff outside into the truck just so it won't get wet. We won't have to worry about it. I did as much skincare as I could, took off my makeup, did like some toner wipes and moisturizer. And now we are in the tent. It's like
8:40. Yeah.
Okay, so it's 8:40. So we're really just gonna hang out. It's not raining anymore. It's still lightning, so we're gonna hang out. We have Luca here, Aaron here. I will say this is supposed to be a 3-person tent, and we are using up every bit of space. Luca counts as a person, but I have a feeling we're not gonna need the sleeping bag because it is a little bit warm, but I don't know, it might get cold once it starts raining.
I guess we'll see.
So, but got my jammies on. I did bring long pants with me, so if it does get cold, I can change into like long pajama pants, but right now we're doing t-shirt and shorts. So we're gonna hang out, talk, you know, live the camping life. Luca's trying to look out at nothing. It's a good time. He just doesn't understand the tent. He's never been in one before. This is all very new for him.
That we know.
He doesn't understand. Don't be mean to him.
I feel claustrophobic.
You can open that. I mean, it's not raining yet.
But I'm gonna forget it and it's gonna rain.
Well, then you'll close it. You okay? He looks so scared. Oh, it's okay, Luca. It's okay, baby. Come here. It's okay. It's okay.
Plus side, I'll block out the noise of thunder.
It'll be all right. It's still raining. We are all just crammed in here. It actually did storm a bit last night. I don't know if you saw that. It thundered for like a little bit, but it's mostly just been raining. So I think what we're gonna do is just pack everything up and then try to get out as fast as we can without getting super wet. But we're just gonna have to make it work, and then we can either eat breakfast at home or stop somewhere. But I think that's the plan. last night wasn't that bad. It was mostly just, it got really, really cold. And then every time you wanted to change positions, it was like a whole ordeal to like change positions. And so woke up pretty much every time I moved. And then it's just sleeping on an incline it's not the best. So that's maybe my least favorite part about this, was just sleeping on an incline. But other than that, it's been a good trip. And the rain noises on the tent are so relaxing. So relaxing. Aaron is outside right now getting stuff ready because I think we just decided we're just gonna pack everything up as fast as we can. The worst part about last night for me was this huge spider. So like on the tent, you can kind of see the outline of things if there's a light outside, and there was a light that would go on and off every now and then. And at one point, me and Aaron are talking and I look over and there is a huge spider. Huge, but I can't tell what it is because it's dark. I just see the shadow of this bug that is like humongous. Crawls all the way over to my side, and it's not on the inside of the tent, it's on the outside, but I can see it and it's like creeping me out. And Aaron ended up being able to kind of flick it off from inside the tent. But after that, I was like so paranoid about there being huge spiders. Like it had to have been like a tarantula or like the largest wolf spider I've ever seen. And I hate spiders, so that really freaked me out. But other than that, it was really peaceful. It's just, now we just have to pack up.